Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790 AM, brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife and Resources Agency.
Hey, welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray. And boy, we're going from Lolo, Montana to San Francisco. Now, when we say we got the fastest 90 minutes in outdoor radio program, we mean it. And we're well traveled. We ought to get frequent flyer miles here. I think I'll talk to the station about that. As we're in our 20th year on the air, and got a press release recently from my good friend Aaron Henry of the Brandon Agency. He said, why don't you talk about Newport vessels? And I said, well, is that in Virginia or Newport News or someplace like that? And she said, no, it's in San Francisco. I said, I love to talk San Francisco, one of my favorite places. And when Ron Wong heard we're talking San Francisco, he actually woke up. I mean, so.
Yes, that's right, because it's awful early in the morning for me.
Well, that's okay. But how do you think it is for Josh? Okay? All right, Loseke. Josh Loseke. Hey, Josh, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you this morning?
We're doing great. Thank you for taking time to talk to some Southern folks here in Memphis, Tennessee. But brand manager for Newport Vessels, Josh, talk about what's going on with you guys, because really, and Ron has talked about this, Bill has talked about this. Not only I know you guys are on the West Coast, and we're in no coast here, but the kayak industry, the inflatable industry, you guys have been well known for quite a few years. So tell our listeners what's going on at Newport Vessels.
Yeah, absolutely. So Newport Vessels, we've been in the marine industry for 10 or 11 years now.
Yes.
But we've really been focused into the kayak market for about the last 4 or 5 years.
Uh-huh.
And so, just a few weeks ago, we released our newest product, which is a brushless electric kayak motor. It runs on 24 volts, and it's designed to mount to the stern of a kayak and be able to use really, any 24-volt setup battery, to allow kind of a broad range of kayak anglers to access an affordable motor that they can use to just improve their kayak fishing experience. It's a
Josh,
great and growing market. So
yes,
the kayak fishing industry that's one of the fastest parts of the fishing industry now, and there are tournaments from coast to coast for kayak fishermen, and because it is affordable to get a kayak and go fishing, even people just getting into the fishing now are saying, hey, this is the way to go. And you guys have come out with this motor now that's, like you said, it's 24 volts, brushless, which means low maintenance.
Yes.
Folks, anybody that has ever used trolling motors know that with brushes, something's going to happen every time.
Yes.
And with a brushless trolling motor, that's really the thing. Now, you guys also talk about a 24-volt motor here. Well, with the advent of the lithium batteries now, they're prevalent throughout the market. But you can use two 12 volts. A lot of them have a 54 amp battery. Put two of those and run your 24 volts off of that. And there are companies that actually have a 24 volt battery too, so that works on them. Have you guys found out, Josh, what's better to use, just single battery or running two batteries to get your 24 volts?
Actually, whether you use a single 24 or running 12s together, it really won't make a difference in the performance. I think that the nice thing there is that you can design it to fit your kayak. You can design it to fit your boat with whatever type of weight distribution you need in your boat. You can move them around. You can move one battery forward or move it back, or just use it to balance out the rest of the the load that you're carrying, and however that might change throughout the day, or if you're going out for a weekend, if you have different plans for different days, you can kind of adjust your setup to meet it. and
Hey,
meet your
what
exact
comes
needs.
with the motor, Josh? Because people are going to ask, does it come ready to go other than installing it?
Yeah, so it includes everything except for the battery. So we left the battery open source because we wanted it to be, you can run this on two, 12-volt lead acid batteries that'll only cost you, under $150 or something like that. So you can get into it really affordably, and that's really what we are trying to achieve here. Yeah, it's just a great little, addition to any fishing kayak that you can really use to just improve your day on the water.
And you guys spent some time on this before you came out with it. I think that Aaron told me a couple of years before you were ready to come out with it, because you guys have known your name is Newport Vessels, so this is not something you've done overnight. So what's been the reception now we're on the battery, on the motor itself?
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, we've been very experienced with brush motors, but this was our first foray into the brushless market, and so it did take us a little while to get it developed. Figure out exactly how we wanted to design our motor and what we wanted to include in it. And so, some of the things that we did there is we opted for like a direct drive motor, so that there's no gear in there to potentially break or make noise or anything like that. And really just went for, targeted a overall efficiency ratio as high as we could go. And, it's been really successful so far. The motor's performing great. We've had really nothing but positive feedback from the people who've been using it and testing it.
Right.
And yeah, I think it's going to be just a great new option for people who are, have been either using a 12-volt trolling motor and want to, really upgrade their setup and just have more performance out of their boat, longer run times, lighter batteries, all of the above.
And you got a real cool website, folks. What's that website? Give them that website, Josh.
Yeah, we're at www.newportvessels.com.
That's it. And they got I don't know how many vessels does Newport Vessels have, because I was pretty impressed. You've got the wide ones with the floor in them, and these inflatable ones are just amazing. So talk about that from the inflatable size, Josh. That seems like that's really a growing part of the kayak business too.
Yeah, definitely. So we don't have any inflatable kayaks yet, but it's something that we've definitely talked about a lot.
You're coming with
it.
it.
We'll probably explore.
You're going to explore. Come on now, tell us you're going to do it, right? It's coming. It's coming because you've been so successful with the hard floor type vessel.
Sneak preview.
Yeah, because you guys, just go to their website, folks, and see the different versions of it. Because not only they come out with this the trolling motor now, and I'm looking at all the specs on it. Less than $1,000 for the trolling motor. It's got the lithium. I see different optional battery types and things along that line. But you guys are known mostly for your vessels. You got that in your title. So talk about that from the history standpoint. You guys have really put a lot of time and effort into streamlining this, and that's a fast-growing part too, isn't it?
Yeah, it definitely is. The inflatable dinghy or tender market has been through a lot of changes over the last 20 or 30 years, and one of those changes was that there's a lot of the margins got out of the industry, and so were kind of sucked out of the industry and just how things evolved, and so a lot of the customer service aspect of supporting the boat after it's been sold. So really went away. And so what we tried to do was come in and offer a range of affordable,
really
inflatable dinghies.
Yeah, really affordable.
Yeah, that can, but also something that we're backing up with really good customer service. We stand behind every product that we sell, and we're really just here to, help entry-level boaters or experienced boaters, get into the right equipment that they need to enjoy their time on the water.
Well,
and no matter what kind of products we're looking at within our lineup, whether it's our 12-volt trolling motors, whether it's our inflatable boats, or whether it's the new NK180 kayak motor, that's exactly what we're trying to do. And we have a really great customer service team. I'm really proud of them and all the hard work that they do. But they, we, just for reference, we'll get calls from customers, and they'll start asking questions. And after a couple minutes, our customer service rep will realize that they're actually asking about our competitor's product, and they don't actually own our product. But nobody answered the phone at the other place, so they called us, and we picked up the phone, and we're talking to them. So we've definitely got a really great team that we're using to build the brand and support customers in every way that we really can.
Well, I wish they would do that with the 3 hours I spent with a certain cable TV company here recently. So, and I think I ended up in Singapore. But anyway, that's NewportVessels.com. We'll have this on LROutdoors.com. Their new trolling motor, but also look at their inflatable vessels that they have, and we're predicting they're going to have a kayak soon. Okay, Josh is not going to say that, but we're predicting it. So just check it out. Josh, thank you for being with us on Outdoors with Larry Ray. I know it's early on Saturday morning out there in California, but we'll stay in touch, okay?
No problem, Larry. Thank you again for your time for having me on.
All right, thank you. Let's take a break on Outdoors with Larry Ray, and let's wrap this baby up with the head man himself for the Major League Fishing. That's Jim Wilburn. I can pronounce that name. We'll be right back.